We are Revelations, and my name is Maame Grace. We are the biggest spiritual platform. The interview I had a exhibit spirituality to ba na wakra wa boso wakra wa be yufo ne nsamanfo. So ube yin sembisa no yes aba be nufiala. Ube ko fia kwaje permission. Now aba today we are still here with Nufialaga and na kasa about creation any act of the covenant no let's welcome our guest. Nufiala, we welcome you once again.
Thank you.
So yesterday you were talking about the Maame waters and what. So the creation is summarizing my end. In 5 minutes, if somebody is watching you today and they didn't watch you yesterday, make the person understand the definition of Eurocentric of story, the creation. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, and let me quickly use this opportunity to say hi or greet all the members of MAWU Development Foundation. Yes, much love and to the entire community or Revelation community, wherever you find yourself, in Ghana, abroad, anywhere. Yes, let's all help to make it great. Yes, and I believe we are getting there. Yes, last week I think we were having a discussion with Maame Grace with regarding with the Eurocentric, creation story, which actually they use in the translation of the Bible. And we've realized that a lot of things don't add up. And I even said that per my research and per what I've learned from our ever Pilo language and our cosmology, it's like Mami Water is older than the Christian God that the Eurocentric translation gave us. Yes, I also went ahead to say the moon. The creation story did not take place at where we were made to believe that it happened. It happened at the land that is no more. That is the lost continent of Mu. Mu is spelled M-U. M-U. So folks, those who have their Google phones and the stuff, they can Google the lost continent of Moon. A lot of people have done write-ups on it. Yes, the Europeans who did it tried to credit their European ancestors. The black people too who did it, also do this thing. But the entire thing is coded in our Hadagana language. That is why we say the Eurocentric creation story did not add up. Okay, did not add up. If water is already in existence, then life was already also in existence, because where there is water, there is always life. So the creation story actually took place in the lost continent of Mu. That is where the creation story actually took place from. And as I said initially, Adamu, the name is not Adam, but the name is Adamu. Adamu simply means the soul of mankind in our Hadagana language. That is the language of the energies, the language of the divinities, the language of the gods. It's called, yes, it means, Adamu means what? The soul of mankind. So, as explained, we were all speaking the same language. We and the divinities were all speaking the same language. That is Hadagana per our ever Pilo or the Yever cosmology. We're all speaking the same language before the energies, that is the divinities, decided to change or confuse our languages, because it got to a point, it's like humanity or our ancestors were of the same knowledge as them, or even improving on their knowledge skills, and they don't need them. So they have to come together. That is why it is written in Genesis chapter 11 that it said what? Let us go and confuse the language. And the same thing, if you come to the book of Genesis chapter 1, where they say God said, let's make man in our own image and likeness. That word too, they also use that word there. Let's make man in our image. The same thing was repeated during the confusion of the language. So folks, it is high time we need to redefine or get to the etymological roots of some of these things, because most of these things are coded in our local language. And I went ahead to say that the human body in my Everpalo language is what? Amachi. Chi means tree. When it comes to our Akan cousins, it is written Nipadua. The Nipadua Nankasa is represent tree. Then our Gadangbe brothers, it is also, they say Bomo Cho. So the Bomo Cho represent Bomo, your body, the human body structure is a tree on its own. That is why when you go deep into the Afan or Ifan spirituality, the Ifan system is connected. The creation and the trees is connected to the human body in the Ifan institution. So someone may ask that, or let me put it this way. You will see names like Gan, Gan, Adan, Ghana. The Ghana is spelled the Ghana is spelled G-A-N-A. They were all derived from the word Adagana. So it wasn't a new language or names that our people coined out of anywhere, but it was something that our ancestors, when they were migrating from place to place. For instance, when our ancestors left the lost continent of Moon, then en route to Ajatoma. When we say Ajatoma, our ancestors call it Ajatoma, but the Europeans call it what? Babylon.
And your Babylon in a or dance for say to me.
That word is where our ancestors and only
or say die Babylon.
Oh. Babylon is a location, but our ancestors, when they left the lost continent of Moon, settled and built an empire, and they call it Ajatum. And when these Europeans were doing their so-called translations, they name it Babylon. Now, in this area, including current areas we call Turkey, it is part of all those areas. And when our ancestors were there, they built a shrine, a very big shrine, because this so-called, let me say, the European, some archaeologists were able to bring out or to find this shrine. And the same shrine, the name that was on that shrine can still be found in the name of one of our shrines in Kliko. In Kliko. You know, I want to prove everything that I say, so that no one should come and say that, for instance, you can see in what I hold, this is the shrine or the temple. When you Google, yes, that is the shrine. Yes. Now, when you look at the top, there is a name called Gogbe Kli Tefe, written on it in Turkey. And this shrine is still can be found in Turkey, in the land of Turkey. Now, Kli is a shrine, is an energy or a divinity of science. In those days, when our ancestors want to go into the anatomy, if you say Anna means what three people will say Abeifo or Beyi. When they go to the anatomy, to go, that is what Europeans translated as what? Anatomy. That is, they go into the inner chamber of where the secret is to bring out those signs out. They build all these things and they name it Gogbe Cliff Tefe. The same thing written there. Now, But when you come to the ever pilo, it's the same. Gogbe, klitefa. That is how we call it. Now, this shrine, according to the archaeologists, is over 8,000 years old. Now, look at the name. Kli. Kli, a group of people, though it's a name of an energy, but a group of people who were controlling or were practicing with it as part of our people are the Kliao. The Kliao, after our migration from all parts, when we get to Togo, there's still the settlement of Kliao. From there, they moved to Kliko. So, Kliko in the Volta region is built on the name of that energy or that divinity. So, when you get to Kliko, there is a shrine we call Togbi Kli. The same shrine, the same meaning, and the same work they all do. We still have the fact to prove that our ancestors have moved from all those parts of the world to our current location. So, folks, it is about time we do our own research into our past. For years, we've been feeding on what the Eurocentric people want us to know. But the question is, what do you know about yourself? What do we know, or do you know about yourself? It is time we tell our own story. His version of our history, which they call history, it's time to interrogate stuff. So, folks, you are on Revelation.
Yes, you are watching Revelations, and my name is Maame Grace. We are everything enlightenment. We are working hard to make sure everybody gain his or her consciousness. We are the biggest spiritual platform. The office is open. I said we deal with only spiritual stuff. Don't come there with, we are not saloon. If your hair is smelling, go and wash it. You need that miracle from a hairdresser. If your tummy is paining, go to hospital. You need that miracle from a doctor. But the office is open for spirituality. Once again, I welcome you to Revelations. We are still the biggest. Sometimes you hate me, sometimes you love me. I am your annoying host. Yes. So today we are going to continue the conversation with Nufialaga. Yekwa Ark of the Covenant. No, Asemna yaka priest. Yes, you'll be a priest. Who is a priest? Nufialaga, what is the Ark of the Covenant?
Well, Maame Grace, the Ark of the Covenant have been a controversial topic, not only in Ghana, but globally. Some say it is in Israel, some say it is in Ethiopia, some say it is it's a whole lot of talk about it.
And some say it's in Ogopo. Don't let us leave our own out.
Yes, and others say it's in the Volta region. But the question is,
what is the Ark of the Covenant?
What is
Do we have to find it? Do we have to talk about it?
You see, the Ark of the Covenant, what is creating the confusion is the name, or the European, the name that we've given it to it now. That is the Ark of the Covenant. And per what people understand is like it is in a box. They carry it and all that. But the truth is, the Ark of the Covenant is a divinity. It's a deity. Let me put it this way in Chi. Eye boasum. Others can call it bosom.
Ark of the Covenant. You know?
Yes, it's a
deity.
deity.
Is it my Ark of the Covenant?
The one in the Bible. The one in the Bible. It's a divinity. Madam, I did for you. We are stable. I did for you.
Like, I mean, are you okay? Like, is everything okay?
Everything is okay. Trust me. You know, right now I'm charged now, so
okay,
you can see.
So, proceed.
The Ark of the Covenant. What is in the Ark? You see, when our ancestors were migrating from place to place, But then there was no proper settlement. So this energy that is now known as what? The Ark of the Covenant. They carry it along. Now, when you read the book of Hebrews, or so, yes, I think when you read the book of Hebrews, I think 9 or so, it tells you that the content of what is in the Ark of the Covenant is 2 stones. That is the tablets.
Yes.
And whose rod?
Aaron's staff.
And Aaron's staff.
And then the manna that fell from heaven.
We'll touch on the Aaron's staff and see whether still our chief priest still hold the staff here. We'll go deep into it. You see, until we get, as I said, to the origin of what actually happened, we'll continue to be in that Eurocentric merry-go-round business. Now,
which is?
Mambo,
are you throwing shades at him?
No, I didn't say anything. I'm just Maame Grace, hold fire. Don't worry, we will land. So, our ancestors have been carrying these things for years before they got to even Burma, aka Kemet or Egypt of today. I want to establish how, in quote, the nation of Israel or Israelites got to know about this. But then, was there any nation called Israel in the ancient past? My answer is a big no. There was no nation in the ancient past called Israel. We know how the Khazarian Jews and the Ashkenazi, those people with King James connived to insert these things into their versions that they translated to. But we'll come to that. Let me continue with the Kemet, how, since it is in the Bible like that, I would like to proceed so that we can understand how it happened. So the ark, it is an energy. It is a deity. It is a deity that was put in a box and were carried by the chief high priest, not one person. So you can see in this picture that I have from ancient Burma, which is today Egypt. You can see the box, how it was carried. The group of people you see are all priests, and they are not only carrying, but they are holding their bottles with the libations and all stuff with them. Now, the box, and the box, what tree is it made from? The box itself, the tree, that was the box. The tree
was made out of acacia wood.
No, I don't know how. It's not true. I don't know how we call, but in the Ever Pilo or in our this thing is called logo chi.
What is the English name of logo?
I don't know, unless the next. Honestly, me, I don't know.
Then you can't say it's not acacia.
That is why I told you that I said I don't know, but if it is the same as acacia, but we will find out. I'll find out because I know the logo chi. I know the tree we call logo very well. In our next thing, I'll make sure I get that one. But it's made from the Ever Palo. Those who understand the logo chi, that tree, it on its own is an energy on its own. People can go and offer prayers, pour libation, and ask and pray, and things happen. So the box and the tree, the box that was used to carry the ark, the box that was used to carry the ark was made from this logo chi, because it is an energy on its own, and it is not everyone who has to carry this. It must be carried by the chief high priests around. So in the ancient Kema, we all know about the story of the Israelite and the story of Moses. All these things that we claim or we say Moses had this, had the 10 Commandments, had this, are things that he learned from the ancient, or they learned from the ancient Kema.
Okay, make this place clear for me before you continue.
Yes.
Now that you are saying that the Ark of the Covenant was made out of logochi.
No.
The tree,
the box that contained the energy.
The energy was
made from, yes.
Logochi. So
yes.
tell us the energies that are in it. The box, what are the box? What is the box carrying? What? Since you are saying that so we know the complete.
Now the box, let me put it this way so that we all understand. When I say energy, it simply means a deity. So the deity of our people, that is the Ra, the shining energy, very powerful. So you can see in the Ever-Pilo language, we don't pray, but we invoke. That is why we say Dogbe Ra. We invoke to pray. We don't pray like the way we've been taught by the Europeans to pray.
But Dogbera, is it not like
it's
keep
not
on praying?
It's not. It's Dogbe Ra. Manya do like Dogbe. The understanding is Dogbe, invoke. Ra. That is the meaning of the language. But as I say, in our ever language, as time went on, the ever language is somehow corrupted. Okay. So when you say it's do, like invoke, ra. That is how those days our ancestors, when they invoke stuff, it happens. For instance, in the story of Samuel, when the Israelites were fighting, were asking for a kinship. According to the story, they say Samuel invoked the God of thunder, lightning on the Israelites. And lightning and thunder struck, and they fear Samuel and the Almighty.
These are things that the covenant or the deity in the covenant can do when you invoke it. Now, I want to know the fact, now we know, it's clear to everybody that is watching us, that the box is made of logochi.
Yes.
So let's know everything about this box and what is the deity now, that is dwelling in it.
The
so
deity,
we are complete.
The energy that is in it, in then and today, our ancestors call it Togbi Nyigbla. Nyigbla.
So was it like an image or a wood cut in the what? I want to know. Because my Bible tells me these three things that you mentioned are in it. So if it's not so, what was in it? Don't tell me it's a deity, it's an air. What was it? Even if it's a deity, something represents it, or it must have something that dwells in it. So what was in the box?
I'm coming. I would like to read what is in the box from the Bible.
You are not going to read
No. I can give you the verse, but I want our listeners.
You read.
Now, let me give you the Bible, this verse, so that you know what is, when they talk about shrine, or when they talk about energy or a deity, what it consists of. Read Exodus chapter 20, verse 24. I quote, it said, "Make for me an altar of earth, and what? Make your offerings on it. Sacrifice your sheep, your goat, your cattle in it." No, I think I have the verse so that our followers can read it. Yes, I have it. I've forgotten. I have it. Please bear with me. Okay, about the altar. Exodus chapter 20, verse 24. "Make an altar of earth for me, and sacrifice on it your burnt offerings, fellowship offerings, your sheep, your goats, and your cattle, wherever you cause my name to be honored, I will come to you and bless you.
Who was talking?
Is the Creator.
Okay.
So, the Creator says, we should make the how do you call it? I don't know how you call it. Anyiko in ever we say vosamakli in chi.
Like a dwelling or
yes,
something.
that's a ceremonial
Tinabia.
stroke. Yes, the tinabia. Now, we should cut what? You should offer goat, sheep, and
This
cattle.
does not answer what was in the box.
So I'm coming to you. So you asked me what is in the box.
Yes.
So I'm trying to tell you it is an energy, a deity, and it's made up of sun. Just like us, I've read it for you. So we call it Anyiko. I'm just trying to get the name, the chi name. But as we proceed, it is God. So it is everything, the dwelling place where the Almighty asks us to make an altar of earth, that is sand or clay, for Him. And we should sacrifice our sheep and goat and all that on it. It's what was in the box. But our ancestors have given it names. That's why I say in the Ever Pilo language, we call it Nyigbla. Togbi only represent respect for the elder, like something supreme. But the name itself is Togbi Nyigbla. Now, in the ancient past and up to today, in Abadanyigba, if I say Abadanyigba, include Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria. Every year, we do a yearly Thanksgiving service for all the energies or the divinities. The ark one proceeds first. So I think 27th of this month or 24th of this month, we are going to start that one in Afipa. And its current location is in Afipa in the Volta region. So we are going to start it right, because that one must start before all other divinities must follow. Because this energy sets the tone for all the yearly thanksgiving for all the energies. Yes, all
the rest of the whatever that will come after this.
Yes, so after them.
Where are they? Are they coming from other
places? Yes, other places. Others come from Togo, Nogokpo. For instance, when Togbi Zagada in Nogokpo, when they want to, after this one, they will die this thing. They move and they go to everyone. When you does your yearly this thing, you have to do a procession all the way to where the ark is.
That is Afife.
Yes, Afife.
Afife.
Where the ark is. So it is. We've made these things to look as if it is something that is kept and there's no one. It is vanished, that does not exist. But this is a divinity.
This is a divinity. You are watching Revelations, and my name is Maame Grace. At this point, and I ask this question: this ark that is this great divinity or deity, and all other whatever that you are saying is in the Ewe land. You people are able to speak the language. What is the name? Gadaga. What? No, correct. Hadagana. You speak this language as well. So if you should have all these things, what is the evidence that you have something from that your area?
You've asked a very good question.
Answer me.
Very good question.
Thank
now, Maame Grace, in the past, our ancestors worked as a team. There was no this religious interference within them. So they were able to go deep into these energies, to do great stuff, to help humanity or themselves. But today, you've asked the same question. Sometimes I do ask myself the same questions because I expect people to ask me with all these things, what are we doing about? We as a people, our minds, or we've been programmed or reprogrammed or brainwashed to see these things as evil. So, what we need to do as a people to do deeper research into them and to bring this aspect that our ancestors used to transform life and to make life comfortable for themselves and did great things. We've abandoned it and we are following others' religion or foreign religions that have been packaged to us. Now, you ask, what are they doing? We cannot just get up. No one can just get up and say, hey, let me transform. Everything must be done collectively. Now, the issue is, even today, on our national event, we are not even, they don't even allow us to pour a libation, which is even in the Bible.
But I'm coming on.
Yes.
It's no matter what you do, you will not get everybody in one basket. Like you said, from the beginning of creation, there were other people and there were God's people. So now that some of you have had the privilege to be initiated into the whatever, and you speak whatever language you're supposed to speak, don't you think we have to see the light or the benefit or the power on you, those who have had the opportunity to be in it? Do we have to be together before it can do something?
Maame Grace, it has already started.
Okay.
It has already started. Before, you hardly see our people coming out to speak about these things. You can bear with me. But now, we have been step by step. Now we are coming out to speak out in these things. And right now, as I speak, our Tronos, which is the chief high priest, if a Wedanigba, that is, if our people, all these energies, all I will be, is the unity of these people. And I can see it has started. Because the last time we had this program, you have all these chief priests coming from all walks of life to come and show solidarity. So I think that we, the young ones, who have done a little bit or some level of research into this, actually, our chief priests are giving us the opportunity to educate some of those people who don't know about these things, so that with one mind we can. So we've started. It's just a matter of time. And I believe very soon we will get there, despite the challenges. Because if I say there are no challenges, I'll be lying. There are challenges. You know, you live in a society, because even Maame Grace, when I started teaching, I've lost businesses. I've lost good friends. They see me as evil. They see me out. But for me, within my heart, I know I have the cleanest heart towards every man. You see, that is how we have been programmed to see ourselves. But we will get there.
Okay, we will get there. We will definitely get there. So the Ark of the Covenant is in Ghana. What they can you so that nobody, I'll say it in a way so the people will not get to know about this. Where away? So because we don't want other people to hear about it, the reason I'm saying say it in your language or in Twi, so that
we have already said it in English. I've mentioned a people where it is.
You mentioned a people, but me person me who say the Ark of the Covenant na you know. And no know because recently we saw some celebration that other people were celebrating. So I want to get this straight. Where is the Ark of the Covenant?
The Ark of
Answer me in my language or in your language.
The Ark of the Covenant. Me see, the Ark of the Covenant is in our people. It's in the water region.
It's in our people.
Per my research and what.
They will come after you.
I'm ready for them. They should come for
I didn't say this.
I said they should come for it.
Anyway, so you were saying that biblically there is this priesthood garment, blah, blah. And when you were talking about the Ark of the Covenant, you made claims that those holding it are all priests. So how should we see somebody and know that this is a priest?
Maame Grace, the first time I came on your show, I received a lot of bashings. Some calling me names that I'm laying claims to everything.
It's not only you, so don't worry.
And all that. But you see, there's a saying, he who does not research has nothing to teach. If you research, you will have information and you can
what
teach
has
others.
spirituality got to do with research?
Yes, it involves. It involves. Even if you are serving or practicing with a divinity, you need to do a research and get into the inner chamber of the divinity. That is what our ancestors did. And that is what our priests of today are lacking. Because we were disconnected somewhere along the line. Life is about research. For instance, when I hear people telling us that our ancestors did not know book, did not know anything about science, I laugh at them. Maame Grace, our ancestors were the greatest scientists. Ask me why. They know how to, when you are sick, they know which herbs they can use. They know the combination of herbs that they can use on you.
You even showed us a shrine of anatomy. So they know science.
So they know science. We know science. So just that we don't practice it with the European mentality, you understand. With theirs, they like to destroy the environment. But in our spirituality, we protect the environment. You see, that is why our ancestors put certain measures in place. When we were growing, when you're going to the river or you're going to a certain forest, they say it's a taboo. You don't go this. It's not. It is just a measures put in place to let things to procreate on their own. But it is not like there's something superficial or something, about it. We know science. Gu in my language means metal. Go to Benin. Even these Europeans, colonial masters, or these so-called Europeans, when they came to our land, currently in Germany or in France, our bronze from Nigeria, they stole it. When they came as slave masters or slave raiders, colonized us, they stole some of our stuff. Go to their museums. What it is, about 70% of what is there is from Africa. But yet they turn back to tell you what you have here is evil. You see, we need to change our mindset.
I always ask this question. Let me put it on the platform. Maybe somebody might help me. I ask myself, before Christianity and whatever religion, what was our forefathers communicating to God or the Creator through? Like, were they worshiping God? Or mibisa se tamana religion by no na ye nananom no omo ye den no omo ni Nyankopon kasa ana na Nyankopon ni omo ni bibia ya na.
Maame Grace, we knew the problem.
No, it's a question I'm leaving
yes,
for the public.
Yes, it's this thing, but I would like to chip in.
It's not for you. It's
let me parasite someone.
Continue with your subject.
Some more, but we will get there. It's just how we have been miseducated from time immemorial since these slave raiders came here. When you read King Leopold's manuscript or letter to Africa, which he it's a manual, they call it letter, but it was a King Leopold manual that he gave to the colonial Christian missionaries to Africa. When you read it, the content, they tell you we already know about God. So they, as white folks, should admit it, but they should use the gospel. Why do they have to use the gospel? Because they know they have created fabricated holy lies and they've inserted into that gospel to take us away from what we know.
Even if it's a lie, we are not delving, we are not deviating or we are not shifting, because even if it's a lie, it has stopped a lot of things your people were doing. Like before, I'm coming to tell you, you know me. Before you said it in your submission that when somebody go wrong, the deity will go after the person or kill the person.
Yes.
And before I know, when you give birth to twins, they will say it's evil, and
It's
they
not
will, you know this.
The twins is
So
not true.
this deity or this shrine or this God that does not forgive, what am I going to do there? To go and die?
Maame Grace.
So whether the book was good or bad, it has really saved us from something else.
But in life, everything is governed by laws. You can't say you want to live by grace. Let me borrow your name small.
Treat your topic.
So, we
so
proceed.
The priest, we were now we know the Ark of the Covenant is blah,
now
blah,
with
blah.
the priesthood, let me say, when you read the book of Exodus, chapter 28, it talks about priestly garment. The priestly garment. You see, and most of the time, as I said earlier on, when you try to establish this thing, then you are attacked. But we have no option than to let the truth out. Yes, that is how it used to be. Now, I will read this verse, then I will explain certain things by showing in the picture. This thing, we just did it last week, and I took the picture to show to the world that no, the stories about the priestly government, the priestly nation of people that was mentioned in the Old Testament were actually for us, black people, not white folks. Let me put it that way. So let me proceed. Exodus chapter 28, verse 31. It said, make the rope of the ephod entirely of blue cloth. Blue cloth. I'll take it step by step.
Please do.
Now we will see. I'm going to show you, our viewers, I'm going to show you a picture so that we see whether our traditionalists are doing the right thing or they are doing the wrong thing. Okay. Folks, this is one of our chief high priests in Kliko at Togbi Ajiman's shrine. His name is Togbi Gagli. When you read Exodus chapter 28, verse 31, it said, make a robe of ephod entirely of blue cloth. When you come to all our chief priests, they wear blue cloth. You can see the blue cloth in there. So, when you are talking about those who are really doing the priesthood duties, it's our traditionalists, our spiritual people in our various villages. But out of ignorance or miseducation, we see them or even we nickname them as fetish priests. But these are the original priests. Now let's proceed.
No, add this thing for me. The broom no kuto kopra no kwede.
Yes.
You add that before we go.
Now, you see he's holding a broom. Now, this is the broom he's holding. I've let it, they crop it, so that we can have a very clear picture of it. Now, this can be found, the broom that he's holding, is found in the book of Isaiah. That is it, Isaiah 14, verse 23. The broom that is holding. But in the book of Isaiah, it is described as what? The broom of destruction. Why is it called the broom of destruction? If you watch, he's holding a tablet. This is a tablet. What you see here is a tablet. The same tablet was mentioned in the Bible. We'll read it. Whether Moses downloaded it from the skies, or he made it himself with the help or with the support of the other chief high priest, we will find it out on Revelation. Because this here, we say it as it is. So this is the tablet. And this is the broom of destruction. Why is it called the broom of destruction? Because during the procession to the sacred forest, now, the chief priest holds this broom. And what is the work of the broom? It neutralizes all other negative energies on the way. That is the work of this broom. So during a procession, the chief priest take the lead and they hold this broom. So any negative energy on the way, it is neutralized. It's not just a broom, but it's a powerhouse on its own. So in the Bible, they call it the broom of destruction. You see, because it neutralizes, it destroys any other negative energy on the way. But the truth is, our spirituality have been attacked so much that we read these things in the Bible or in the Old Testament, but we make no sense out of it because already they've tagged our spirituality as evil and demonic. So this broom of destruction that you see in our shrines is in the Bible. Now, let's proceed. We proceed. Now, again, you see around the chief priest's neck, there is a golden thread, like a necklace, on his neck. In Ever, we say a she. Is it in the Bible? Yes. I will read it and I will explain it. It is time we let our people know that we are the custodians of the ancient knowledge system before they corrupted it for us, or we allowed to be corrupted.
Okay, so let me ask this before you proceed. The tablet, what tablet is that? No, you said it's in the Bible.
It's a clay tablet.
Huh?
It's made from clay.
It's a clay tablet. So you said it's in the Bible. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, we will come to that.
Okay.
I want to build the point. So now we read about this one. The golden thread that is around the chief priest's neck. Yes, this is Revelation, and we are revealing.
Yeah.
This can be found in Exodus chapter 39, verse 3. They hammered out thin sheets of gold and cut shreds to be worked into the blue, into bracket, purple, scarlet yarn, and fine linen, the work of a skilled hand. This is a she is made, it looks like gold. They are just only describing it in the Bible. In Exodus chapter 39, verse 3, they're only describing it because our scriptures or Ifa scriptures that our ancestors wrote down went through over 5 major translations. So the original meaning, the original understanding is missing. So until we go into the origin or into our various indigenous languages to bring out this knowledge, the Eurocentric translations will always take us away from reality. Let's proceed. Yes, we move on to, I think we've treated now the tablet. the tablet. That's the tablet. Yes, per the Eurocentric translations of the Moses story that...
Should I change your name to Eurocentric and Pilo language? Because you've said that word like 10,000. So now I will add it to your name.
I was say either Eurocentric or Euro-Asia. You can add the two, or I don't have any problem. You can. Okay. No, we need to establish
the fact.
The fact. Who caused it?
Okay.
How it was damaged.
Okay.
So, the story of Moses leading the Israelite. Now, when you read the Bible and you hear that the priest is leading the people to the mountains, it's not like they are climbing a mountain or they are going under a mountain. Musa, which today is Moses.
I hope you don't come and change this name tomorrow.
No.
To Adamu. I even wanted to ask you that now that you know that Adam is Adamu, are you giving the credit to Adamu is the northern region name? Are you giving it to
that's
them?
why I say we are all one people.
We are not going there now. You continue.
We are all one people.
And then Musa, you
going to the mountains.
Moses in the why don't we say you? Where are some?
Now, answer no more translating. Before they translated the name, what was the name?
Who are you?
So we proceed. So when you read the Bible and you come across that priest or a chief priest is leading the people to the mountains, it's not like they are going to climb a mountain. They are going into the sacred forest. Every energy, every divinity, they have a sacred forest. In other language, we call it Tagba or Ava. So, Moses took the people, as we did last week in Kleko, in a procession, a yearly procession, Thanksgiving procession, to the sacred forest. We have hundreds and thousands of people that visited Kleko the other day, even though our land borders were locked. If not, even there was no space. People from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and they all come. They go to the sacred forest to go and do the necessary rituals and prayers there. Now, the chief priest leading, as I said earlier on, holds the tablet which is made from the clay. You can see here. The Bible translators call it the tablet. So I'm using the tablet. Actually, it is a shade. It is a shade that they hold. The dot you see.
Just to protect yourself.
No. I'm coming. I just don't want to lose contact with what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You can see there's dots. It has a dot. They put dot,
like
white.
Cowries.
No, it's not a cowries, but
like that.
Yeah, dot, like Yedimudi Shire, like Shire kind of this thing. Have that. Each has a meaning. Well, for some reason, I will not say it for now.
Okay.
Because I need to seek permission.
It's now for.
Don't worry, I'll do that.
Okay.
It has a meaning. So they hold with a broom of destruction as it is, as the man is holding, with a group of other chief priests and the people or the congregant or the congregation all following them because they are leading. So they go to this forest and do all those things. Now, in the Bible, the issue of the tablet is in two phases. One, we were told that when Moses went to the mountain, God himself gave him the tablet, and God himself used his finger to write on the tablet.
What do you have to say about that?
Let's hang that one.
We can't hang that
no,
one.
No, my dear, we'll come to that. But then, okay,
that is
okay. Let me proceed. I just wanted to bear them. Maame Grace, knowing you, if I don't do it, I won't go. So let's go. That one is not true.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. It's a bone lie. God never God never sent any clay from the skies, tablet from the skies for Moses and his fingers of the 10 Commandments. All these things are fabricated lies that were inserted to disconnect us.
Where did he get it from?
Now, the other version, there are 2 stories of the tablet in the Bible. That's Exodus. Exodus 34, verse 1 to 4. In this one, the first one I think is Exodus 31 or so. The second one is what I've put here. The first one indicates that Exodus chapter 31 indicates that God himself wrote and downloaded the tablet for Moses. But in Exodus chapter 34, verse 1 going, it said God, according to the translation, God asked Moses to prepare the tablet himself.
Okay, I understand everything you are saying, but there is one question I want to ask.
Yes.
You see, since you started talking about this, you keep quoting the Bible. You keep quoting the Bible. And you, these same people, are speaking against religion. The Bible and religion, what is the difference? Is it that the way you people are practicing it and the way we are practicing it holistically, that is your problem, or what?
Maame Grace, you made me to laugh in capital letters.
Yes. Answer me. You keep quoting it.
Did you add holistically?
Yes.
Well, that is just by the way, you know, my dear sister. The honest truth is, you can see so far I've been quoting from the Old Testament. And from the beginning of this show, I said that the Old Testament is older than Christianity. The Old Testament is older than Christianity. Moses and Elijah and all were not Christians.
Okay, so
they were traditionalists like this.
So the Old Testament is older than Christianity.
Yes.
And what about Quran?
Well, I will leave that to Abraham Bemushi.
That is 7. You've left 7 questions.
The Quran, the honest thing is, I don't know much
about it.
About
whether it is older than... Then you have to do your research well, because Christianity is older than Islamic.
That one is true.
So how can you know that the Bible is older than Christianity and you don't know that Christianity is older than Islamic?
You have to do a detective work. I just don't want to branch into certain area, but you are pushing. The truth is, the Old Testament is older than both Christianity and Islamic religion.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I don't want to go into
that. Is Nufiala, and my love to Dr. Kumoji. I call him and I tell him I missed him. He said he will come. You will see him soon on this show. Osofo Kofi Che Ahaji is being here, and we will still try to bring... Toto Sawo will also come back to continue about EFA. My name is Maame Grace. Please, nobody is evil. Knowledge is power. Let's keep learning. Said we are sitting here, kwa na assign abesi nechi. Bibi ni wa eye se wunim ni awoye. Ebema wa ye no wa ye ni ye. Midiya de Maame Grace. Ya wone da sende makrao.